Todd, just a thought on rolling with the same lineup and giving Miko Piers back-to-back starts.
Miko will get back-to-back starts. He earned that opportunity and that privilege, and we have a lot of confidence in him right now. And the same thing could be said for the lineup. They played a pretty darn good game against Chicago the other night. Few mistakes. The goalie was there. When we did make mistakes, we were doing some good things at the other end of the rink. So the group deserves to play again, and they'll play.
How different was prepping for Detroit once they got all their defensemen back? They had 4 rookies starting the year. They put together some wins here now that they got some experience in the back.
Well, I can only imagine, what our teammate looked like without Larson and Clefbaum and Nurse and Russell in the lineup, and Detroit's had to fight through that. So they're much more the team that they've played over the last 7 to 10 days than they were probably at the beginning of the year. And our group has to understand that it's not an easy place to play, and they're playing with some renewed confidence. Special teams have been outstanding, and Jimmy Howard, I'm not sure if he's going tonight, but whoever's going will give us a tough battle as well.
Shard, what did you see now that he's back? What did you see? What did you
I thought Evan was tremendous from training camp till the day he left. And he came in, and his rookie camp was okay. His main camp was better. When we talked to him, he had mentioned he was looking ahead a little bit. As exhibition season began, he continued to earn a roster spot, and all the way up to yesterday or the day before when he was reassigned, he improved as a player. So now going forward, he's going to go back and he's going to go from a 10 to a 12-minute player a night to a 30-minute player a night, which will be good for him. But he's also got to, he's got to keep his pace up. But he's got to, when he puts his head on the pillow at night, he has to decide whether that junior game would have been good enough in Nashville or Winnipeg or here in Detroit, and evaluate himself that way so that he makes sure he's pushing himself. Excuse me.
He was still playing okay. Why is he going back? Because you just have because Benning came on and started playing better, or you're happy with the 6?
Well, we got healthy. Benning played better. The game has sped up. You could see it in practice for Bush. There's a number of reasons why he's back in junior, and you only get to dress 6 a night back there, sometimes 7. But they're very limited positions. It's harder to come in as a defenseman than it is an underage forward. Forwards, you've got 12 slots to fill, and that makes it a little bit easier with D only 6.
Todd, Drake Kajula getting another start alongside 97-93. What did you like out of Drake's game on Thursday, and what do you hope that he continues to do to stay on that top line?
Well, when he brings his game, which in my opinion he's brought since he sat out in Europe, he's been able to bring it. He's been able to stay healthy, and he's got a tenacity. He's got a physicality to his play. He has the ability to score when he gets in and around the blue paint, and those are all complementary pieces to what Connor and Nuge are applying to their game right now. So. Had a great game the other night. We expect another good one from him.
Todd, when a player's injured and then he comes back, there's a feeling that the guy doesn't lose his job because he's injured. How do you look at it as, like we're talking about Ratty, when he eventually is ready to play? Do you look at like that? The guy doesn't lose his job just because he's injured?
I don't think anybody's lost a job. I think Ty's been hurt for 2.5 weeks. He's had one true practice with his team. The team always comes before the individual. We talked about that in Jesse's situation, and the group that played against Chicago the other night was a healthy group, and they deserve the chance to play. So nobody's losing a job. I don't know where anybody would.
So I'm saying, basically what I'm thinking is then, when he is healthy and you change the lineup, does he go back and play with Connor?
Well, let's assume Drake Kajula continues to score 2 a night up there. It doesn't make any sense. So we'll evaluate the team as we go forth. And Ty Ratty fits that spot real well. He's played well with them, but there's ebbs and flows and there's changes that happen throughout the season. And if they're positive changes, we got to be excited about them. If they're negative, we got to find solutions. And I don't know what Drake's going to do tonight. I'm assuming he's going to have another good night. Let's hope he does. But when we get to Washington later on tonight or tomorrow morning, we'll look at our lines again, and we'll look at the players that are available to us and what we think is the best combination of players to win that night.